Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 10 of my Malagor, the Dark Omen campaign, where I have fallen off the wagon so hard. I went to Warhammer Worlds with my brothers, and yeah, needless to say, I fell off the wagon. Now, it's a great place to visit, right? If you want to go, it's in Nottingham. You know where Nottingham is? It's where Robin Hood was. And you can, like, it's basically a big shop and bar, basically. It's like a pub there. You can get some drinks and food. The food was good. Good fun, good pub food. The drinks were good. That was fine. Obviously, you can play games there. You can book a table and play a game, which is really nice. Assuming there's not any events on. I think the Golden Demon is on as I'm recording this, because I think that the next day, I think that we left the next day, they were doing Golden Demon. I think they were putting a bunch of stuff out for Golden Demon. And he's also got these exhibition rooms, these dioramas, which is absolutely fucking amazing. You have to pay, I think it's like £7 to go in. But some of these dioramas are just mind-blowing. Especially the Chaos vs Ultramarines one, which basically takes up an entire fucking room. Like, the diorama has about the same floor plan as my fucking house. It's that big. Just so much stuff there. However, I will say that everything is ludicrously expensive. Like, the food is fine. And I say, you know, paying £7 to go see the dioramas, it doesn't take long to go around, but I think it's well worth it. But if you want to buy anything, like, I just looked at everything. I was like, well, that seems quite expensive. So I looked at it. I looked at independent resellers online, and everything was a lot cheaper. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just buy it online then and get it delivered to my house. So that's what I did. But I mean, I wouldn't, like, if it was like a couple of quid difference, I'd be like, that's no problem. But there's like £28 box sets, but you get them for £22.50 online. I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay that, am I? That difference? Of course not. Anyway, needless to say, I spent a lot of money just not there. I did buy some paints because the difference in those prices was pretty minimal. And you could see that the paints were there, which I thought was probably a better option. But as far as my wife's concerned, I came back with some paints. She in for a surprise. Anyway, I mean, she knew that was to happen anyway. It was bound to happen. So, last time, we've got the Resolve Festival set up. Thyrus managed to survive somehow. He sounds angry. I'm not surprised, to be fair. He did almost die. And we got Mu Hefner. Now, I kind of wanted to give Mu Hefner the Mark of Khorne, but he's Mu Hefner. I feel like everyone's just getting the Masque of Slaanesh, so we're a big, sexy band of beast boys. We're furries. What are you expecting? So now in our sights we have these guys, the Rakaf dynasty. They did try and kill Thyrus though, so to be fair. And also Warhammer Skeletor, of course, Arkan, who apparently in Age of Sigmar is dead. My brother was telling me he got his ass kicked by Eltharion. Because apparently he killed Eltharion in the end times, and Eltharion Arkan tried to use the same spell he'd used to kill him in the end times in the Age of Sigmar, but because he's now just a set of armor, apparently, it didn't affect him. Trying the old trick, lightning doesn't strike twice, does it, Arkan? You should have learned that. And so now Arkan's dead. I mean, he was dead already, wasn't he? So. And of course the end times happened where everyone was dead. So really, being dead twice, he's probably, I mean, what's the likelihood of him popping him back up? Pretty high, I would imagine. Pretty fucking high. I will say, some of the Age of Sigmar models are fucking amazing, aren't they? Like, Jesus Christ. What did I like? I liked is it the Osirian Bone Lords? Partly because I imagine that if you're using that army, you can say, I've just boned you repeatedly to your opponent, which, if not certainly annoying, would be the 8th time I said it. So, and plus, you know, bone mechs. I like mechs. What can I say? Tau, they have mechs. They're cool. Adeptus Titanicus, big robots. They're cool. Osirian Bone Lords, I think they're called. They have bone mechs. That's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind what you make the mech out of. Is it bone? Is it not bone? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so they're pretty neat. I kind of want to get back into painting. I don't know if I can be bothered to actually like play battles, but certainly the painting I quite like until I see someone on Twitter doing these like jaw-droppingly beautiful highlights and glows and shit, and you're just like, well, I can't do that. What's the point? There's no point trying. I'm never going to be that good. Mine will look like shit in comparison. Anyway, Lindsay. We've got Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan in the house. Where are you going? I think you're going to go over here. All right. Jesus, potty mouth, young lady. Good grief. Okay, Malagor is still recruiting. He'll be finished fairly soon. I think we probably want Lindsay Lohan in Malagor's army. Potentially... we could potentially swap some of the Minotaurs over. Because, you know, we should share the goodness, shouldn't we? I'm just getting another Jabba Slice. I just love the Jabba Slice, so we're getting the Jabba Slice. Right, so we need to get this party started, don't we? Get this party started. We do what? Do I want the shamanic challenges? And it goes to dreadful shamanic, like just bads. They're just not very good. Get ruinous seances and then dreadful shamanic. It just gets worse as time goes on. I will spend some money on that because I think getting the extra dread is probably good. Nice to see that Scarbrand is putting his effort in. He's finally doing some shit, hasn't he? We've lost the fire vessel, but I'm sure Scarbrand will look after it. He's probably piling skulls up around it already. It's basically his hobby. Also, I went for Necromunda stuff. I bought Hive War, basically. Just because I've always kind of liked Necromunda. I feel like Necromunda really kind of like gets into the nitty-gritty, absolute hellscape of living in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Plus, I just like the Delac. I think they're neat. What can I say? I'm going to assault you and your friend. You failed. Never mind. It was a good attempt. You could just tender replenishment, which isn't that useful. Okay, what do we have here? So, I mean, right. Moo Hefner, your army is, I'll level with you, absolute garbage. So, we know Arkan is over there. He's got some ghouls, some skeletons. His army is trash. His army is absolute trash. So, let's... I think we can have... okay, we can move slightly further in that stance. So, let's do that. Probably should have... It's fine. You don't have any armies at the moment, so I think this is mostly fine. We'll move you over here. Virus, you're still kind of recovering, but head in this direction. Basically, we're all split up. Everyone's split up. We do have a secluded oasis here, which gives us extra growth, which actually isn't useful for a Hearthstone, but it does make us immune to desert and sandstorm attrition. So the sand may be gritty and gets everywhere, but it is no longer going to annoy us, which is nice. What do I like here? I do like the summoning cycles, but only gives you more of that, so that's not super... I mean, reload time reduction may not be the worst thing. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Also, I've never quite understood this. Why man cleavers, right? Now, reading the description, they're crude weapons of the beastmen, lack any finesse, but are wielded with brutal strength and unquenchable fury. Now, you're thinking, okay, so it's talking about, like, weapons, isn't it? It's talking about big cleavers, carving weapons, that type of thing. The type of thing that beastmen use. The bonuses are for weapon strength of Razorgore. Now, you're just thinking, right, that's the ground piggies, right? They don't tend to be the weapon users. Armor piercing weapon damage for Chaos Warhounds and Harpies. Also units that don't... Why the fuck is the bonus talking about weapons only affecting units that don't actually equip any kind of weapon in their hands because they can't, because they're animals for the most part. Look. It's fine. It's, you know, it's not a major issue. There's plenty of other bugs in the game that should be resolved before that one. However, it is a bit weird. Oh, hello. I think that... Is that them dead? Or did they just throw themselves at us willy-nilly for no particular reason? What the fuck's going on there? Moo Hefner, did you take a settlement? What are... more recruit rank. Are we going to... It's for 4 turns. You know what? I'll take it. Oh, good. The Cult of Sigmar is dead. Manfred is dead, so both of those guys are dead. I could have dealt with what's his name? Tic-Tac-Toe. I could have dealt with Tic-Tac-Toe, but I didn't. Okay, we'll get Moo Hefner in to assist with El Calabad. Oh, you've got two armies. Thyrus. Can you deal with Archon and a garrison? The Pools of Despair does not have much of a garrison. You don't have... I mean, there's not much in the way of missile units there, so I'm thinking you should be fine. I'm thinking you should be fine. Can we get you... Can't really support unless... And okay, here's what we do. Moo Hefner, you encircle. Attaboy. Right. Right, Malagor, you come over here. If we attack that army, you will run away, which is fine. Okay, you disengage. People are probably going, what the fuck are you doing? Then we attack. Right. So then we auto-resolve. That's fine. So, then we raise and advance. That means... So, Malagor will then book it in this direction. So, when you raise settlement, they'll always, like, run back the way they came. So we moved him around, attacked it, and then we've boosted our way. So, then what we can do is we can move Malagor over here to the Pools of Despair, you see? And then we can also kill this army because it's in the... Oh, we got the ambush. Or medium casualties. I think I might fight that one just to be on the safe side. Love an ambush. Also the fact that we can get Al Gore around the outside, get a lovely amber spear in there, which is going to clock the Blood Brute Beast and do absolutely no damage otherwise. Al Gore, what the fuck were you thinking? Never mind. Everyone makes mistakes. Okay, our boys charging in, obviously just going to rampage through the Skeleton Spearmen. We've got the Curse of Anra here there, so their melee attack and defense is 0. The Doggo's coming in from behind, getting absolutely destroyed, though, for some reason. I guess maybe... Oh, they got surrounded there. I don't know how that happened. Oh, the Nehakaran Warriors. That probably didn't help very much. Never mind. Still, this seems generally fine. Got some Doggos in the chariots dealing with the Skeleton Horsemen on the rear there. We've got Ungor Spearmen attacking the Skeleton. Basically... Oh, and the Warhounds are now running away. Blood Brute Behemoth is continuing to do some rampaging. What a good boy. Now spawning additional units. Oh, and Moo Hefner murdering the Tomb King. Oh, another Amber Spear. Yeah. No. Twice. Twice, Al. Once is a mistake. Twice. That's intentional. What is your problem? Can't believe you managed to... Okay, I mean, you have done a lot of damage, but I think that was mostly with the chariot. I don't think you actually... The only person you hit with Amber Spear was the Blood Brute Behemoth for some reason. Okay, good job. Apart from fucking... Fucking what's his name? Al Gore. What have you got against the Blood Brute Behemoth? Do you guys like couple counselling or something? Jesus fucking Christ, guys. I swear to God. Right. Let's get Primal Instincts. And something that can't hurt anyone else. Let's go with that. That's fine. Okay, let's encamp. So we've got a little bit of money from that battle. Not really enough. I would like to upgrade to the Impaled Corpses. So, Thyrus. You have... Yeah, we're going to declare war on Warhammer Skeletor. Oh, they're joined by the Pirate Sartosa. Ooh. Obviously, he's going to be upset about this. Yeah, what are you doing, you bastards? Probably something he's saying. The Beast Ban. I'm going to give that to one of my... you know what? Slangor herds. Yes. Because it increases their missile and weapon strength. 42 compared to 38. Although, actually, you have armor piercing, don't you? So let's give it to the axe throwers instead. So let's do that. And we've got Malagor turning up. I mean, it's not going to be a particularly difficult battle, but it's always fun killing Skeletor. Get some axe throwing action in here. That's what we want. Chucking axes at people. Give the people what they want. Axes. In the face. Although, we are taking a little bit of missile fire from these archers over here. So let's put a stop to that. Hit him with Grey Scream. Just shout at them. Also, javelins raining down on their little bony bonces. And then we'll hit them with a wild thing. Where the wild things are, or whatever the fuck that is. So I'm going to pull back a little bit because they did hit us with a Carrion Swarm, Scarab Swarm, whatever the fuck that is. I hate that thing. It sucks. Getting a lot of axe action in here, which I love. Oh, love throwing axes at people. Like bows, they're just kind of wimpy, who cares? But, you know, throw something big, like an axe, javelin, a bathtub, whatever you got. It doesn't matter. It just has to be big. The bigger the better. Malagor's army's turned up on the flank. They are racing over to assist. Deal with Warhammer Skeletor over there. We also got some doggos and the Centaurs. Arkan realising he's completely surrounded. Yeah, this is bullshit. I bet this is He-Man's doing. Why was Skeletor so muscular? It's just weird. Like, not even, like, just... Not the fact that he had, like, a body, right? That's fine. I don't care that. You know, plenty of ghosts just have a weird skull head. But he was just fucking ripped. Like He-Man, I get it. That's his whole thing. But why was Skeletor ripped? I mean, other than the fact that they had to have the same bodies for ease of toy creation. But still, just this skeleton man, effectively a wizard, right? He's a sorcerer, isn't he? And they're just, I mean, I don't think, I could be wrong here. I don't think you've got time to be, you know, really, really book smart. Like, you know, learning the inner depths of arcane knowledge, but also have time to get in leg day. I just genuinely don't think there's enough hours in the day. Like, how is that? Unless he just used magic. He just gets the book smarts and then just sorceresses himself up a big muscly bod. It's probably the first thing you'd do, isn't it? To get the girls. You're not going to get girls doing the sorcerer thing, are you? Mind you, I imagine meeting anyone on Tinder with a skeleton head is going to be tricky. Now, with that said, there was a woman at my previous workplace who did think Skeletor was pretty hot, so maybe not. I don't know. Oh, those Minotaurs just Shabty going down, just hard. And we swarm. Arkan, there he is. He doesn't even have his neat little chariot. There's son of Goros coming in from behind, just giving a whack. Yeah, so many furries. Yeah, he's just being buried under furry bodies. Oh dear. Poor old Thyrus has actually been targeted by the Ushabti. I haven't noticed. He's taking. I'm trying to get him into cover now, but they do a lot of damage. They have anti-large. They don't. It's just armor piercing. He's gonna get out of there. It's like nope. Get me out of there. Run away. He's fine. He'll be all right. As we have finished off the last of the skeletal defenders, Arkan's crumbling away as well. There's a touch on the messy side, but it was fine. We'll do a race. It was fine. Mantle of Gorok. I guess we'll grab that one. To be honest, you need some characters in your army, but Mu Hefner. I think we want the Impale Corpses. Also, I was going to put Lindsay Lohan in Malagor's army, wasn't I? And just completely forgot to do it. Never mind. I feel like we've got everything there that I want. I don't want Crowfather. We've got all the spells. Well, Doom and Darkness. Would Doom and Darkness be a good idea? I don't mind Enfeebling Foe. It's quite cheap. Really does debuff enemy characters. You know what? I guess that would help with terror, wouldn't it? Considering all of our Minotaurs cause terror. Charlie Sheen, Unnatural Thirsts. You know he does. That does Mooley Cyrus. Should it be Lindsay Muhan? Should it be? Okay, we'll get the Greater Herdstone there. We've got that one there, which is fine. Woodstock is like... I'm tempted to upgrade Woodstock so it'll survive. But it is kind of surrounded by enemies. It does make it a little bit dicey. Oh, we're turn 69. The sexiest amount of turns. We're actually doing very well, aren't we? I think once we've done this, we're going to head north. I know there is settlements with special Herdstone themajigs, but I don't think they're actually that useful. Does it say which ones are? I thought Black Crag was, but I can't see Black Crag. When I see Black Crag, if it's got a little icon next to it, I'll know. So we'll hit Wizard Caliph's Palace with Boris Johnson. Don't think there's going to be much there to... Oh, I am wrong. It says close to feet, but it's not going to kill my army. Okay, well we will... Oh, we've killed when fight against vampire counts and diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings. I think most of the Tomb Kings I've already killed. To be fair. I'd forgotten about what's the face. Well, it wasn't really impossible. None of these settlements up here are particularly interesting. I might kill Repants just because he's there. I'm not going to bother upgrading anything. Headaloo. Tell you what, you come over here because then we will... I might use you to assault Repants. Now, Arkan does have a number of... Ooh, that one's actually got some nasty shit in it. However, well, he could march down here. He might march, but if he does march, it's not really a major problem. But I would imagine if Arkan has got nasty units, he's probably getting them from... Yeah, he did march. I just think that's a lot of nasty units, so we will pull back from that. I might be able to lure him into an ambush. Basically, we could potentially win that, but it would have been dicey. Right, Malagor. You give Thyrus... Let's see. If we get... You know what? Let's... we can probably... Actually, change minds. Merge those doggos. Get rid of one of those doggos. We'll get rid of... do I want to get rid of one of the harpies? Let's get rid of one of the harpies. Then we'll give you 2 minotaurs. Lindsay Lohan can become this army. I know that only puts you at... only puts you at 19, but I want you to get another Jabba Slice. But that will take you a couple of turns of recruitment. Is that a problem, though? Let's get rid of the Manticore. And we'll get 2 Jabba Slice. And I might then hand over one of the Jabba Slice to Thyrus to look after. Because there, I mean, I could get, well, I could get rid of the Black One, just get another Bestigor in there. Kind of want to, what do I want to do? Well, first, I want to spend some of this, and do I get... I kind of want a Lord, but to be honest, we've got enough generals as it is. I can't have any more armies, so I'd be replacing someone. In the meantime, what could we do? Boris Johnson has a reasonably good army, but he does still have some Ungor. We were going to give him more Centaurs, weren't we? He does... He can recruit more Centaurs. Maybe if we get... If we do that... And... If I get a Wargor... Okay, let's mull this over. So, I'm going to get rid of all of those Ungors because garbage. Then, we go now. The great weapons are pretty good. The axes are pretty good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of the Razor Gore herds because they are trash. Tempted to potentially get some more of that. You also kind of want a hero in your army, don't you? Because you don't have one. So let's get a Gorbel and a Wargor. Now, I don't think you can recruit them, but you can. So we can get a Wargor. Let's get... I quite like Perceptive for the extra drop chance. More armor, and I mean, that is going to give you quite a chunk of armor. But I think this is better. And then Gorbel, Nurgle's Foul Stink, confident or aggressive. I mean, just an aggressive boy. He's just very angry. Okay, we get you both over there. That means Boris Johnson's army is looking pretty good. We can get rid of the Herpes. And potentially the Chaos Spawn to get the 2 characters in there. But otherwise, that's pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of Centaurs, to be fair, which means he's not great on the old siege. So we'll get Mu Hefner over there. He can help out with that. Obviously, it'd be better if he had some Minotaurs or something, but that's fine. Thyrus's army has got some really good stuff there. That's fine. Tell you what we could... Oh, of course, the only place we can actually recruit Slaanesh boys is here, isn't it? We can't build a... And we don't get global recruitment, do we? We don't get global recruitment, so... I do have them over here. If I want some more Slaanesh Throwing Boys, I'm going to have to come back to the Fur Festival, which means I need to protect the Fur Festival. The Fur Festival must be protected so we can get more sexy Beast Boys. Where you find them, I guess, at the old Fur Festival. Yep, Ryan's up to his bullshit. Okay, we can't do anything about that, but he's not doing anything. We can hop over there, which means we're good to go and attack next turn. You guys are going to be busy for a couple of turns while you recruit your shit. You lads can meander over here. Boris Johnson does have a full stack, so he should be okay. Hello? It's Henry Le Massif. Well, Henry Le fucking dead, mate. I know it's sitting around for a bit, but I feel like once we've managed to secure those 2 Jabberslies, we can hand one over to Thyrus. That means we've got 2 Jabberslies in Malagor's army. And Jabberslies are just fucking consummate line breakers. You give them a blob of infantry, that infantry is dead. Bestial Rage, recruitment, cost of skill. Yeah, that's not very useful. More replenishment rate. I mean, none of this is particularly exciting. So I guess I'll go for more casualty replenishment rate. Did you just try and backstab my boy? Failed, but only because he had 11% chance. Only because he had an 11% chance. What am I going to trade? Let's take some Slangor off your hands. Just because I like the idea. Hello. You're a little bit closer than I imagine you feel comfortable with. But now you'll probably just run away because you're a little bony boy. So let's attack. You'll probably book it. Yeah. That is to be expected. However, what I could then do is move Malagor over here, because what you'll now my guess is what you'll probably do is you'll like move this army to reinforce and then attack. So you want to get Thyrus in a Thyrus sandwich, but we're not going to let that happen. Okay, who's the best line breaker here? I think Boris. We'll get Boris in here. Boris to lay siege, and then Mu Hefner with the assists. This is looking pretty good. I mean, it's going a little bit... because I had to stop for the old recruitment. It slowed us down a little bit. But that's fine. Valiant defeat. Really? I don't see it. Front assault is going to be tricky. They've got some nasty units in here, but what we can do is the same trick we did last time, which was like send our fast moving units round the flank, which is exactly what we are doing. So while the Gors launch themselves at the walls, the party boys, the Centaurs and the Warhounds are making their way round the flank to the gate at the far sides, which shouldn't have many defenders on it. Station the Cygors over this side so they could potentially get some boulders on the wall there. They do have a Bone Giants. Now, those guys can be quite nasty, but it looks like the Cygors and the Bone Giant are just trading fire. I don't think the Bone Giant can actually see us, though. No, Gors. Centaurs. No, just normal Gors. Just the normal Gors are now up on the wall, and we're trying to drop some rocks on these skeleton archers. Should do some decent damage. So I'm hoping the Cygor can pick off some of these Nehekaran warriors. These guys do have bonus verse infantry, which means they can be quite nasty against unarmored infantry, you know, like our Gor. A little bit of shades there, sucking everyone off. And Mu Hefner has arrived to the party. Now, Mu Hefner's actually pretty speedy on his feet. He's got a speed of 77. I guess that's the Slaanesh in him. As such, he's going to race ahead of the main army, except for Algor. Algor and the Gore Beast, the Blood Brute Behemoth have made up. They've come to an understanding, and Algor has promised not to throw any more amber spears at him. We're almost through the gates. There we are, we're through the gates. Now, we've managed to get through before they've sent any reinforcements. There is a Tomb King here. And some Tomb Guards, but the Tomb Guard are going to be a little bit on the slow side. We should be able to escape them. The Hex Wraiths, though, are going to be pretty quick and are going to be able to attack our column as we desperately make our way to the Victory Plaza at the top. However, that has caused a bit of a commotion. The enemy army is sending reinforcements back to try and deal with this new problem. Through the gates down here. Chaos Spawn. There's Mu Hefner. Chaos Spawn backing up. Now Gore. And Mu Hefner punching a Tomb Scorpion to death. Get him, Hefner. Punch him in the tail. Tomb Scorpion, pretty nasty, but not great at fighting characters. I mean, low-level characters maybe, but Mu Hefner will chonk that up no problem. As will the Blood Brute Behemoth. This is in the balance a little bit. However, over the other side of the city, our Centaurs and Warhounds have pretty much made good their escape. The vast majority of them have managed to break through. And we're now grabbing that objective from the Tomb Kings, which means they're going to have to desperately try and retake it, because as we take that, we will get the victory tickets. As long as... I mean, you can lose the key building. It's not ideal. But if you lose the Victory Plaza, obviously things are going to start going very wrong for you. If you lose both, then you're crippled. Some of our Centaurs have been picked off by the Hex Wraiths, which is not great, but you know they've for the most part we've managed to get them away fairly well. The Centaurs throwing axes were the ones that really suffered, but we can get them into position on these little ridges here, and they can then help by just shooting anyone that decides to come up any of these ramps full of axes. So I've also got the Harpies here, although I'm going to send them to go and deal with the Screaming Skull catapult. Tomb Scorpion is a little bit surrounded. They do have bonus first infantry, which does make them pretty good infantry killers. They can be pretty effective. They are one of the lower level constructs you get. But you can get quite a few of them. Because you can get architects with bonus tomb scorpions. Which is quite nice, especially early on where you literally just got skeletons. I imagine the Tomb Kings have a bit of a rough time at the moment, considering they're sandwiched between Skarbrands, Malagor's there as well. You've also got Volkmar and Manfred's as well. It's been a rough time. You can see the victory tickets ticking up there. This is going very well, and I think we've almost wiped out. I think the Bloodbrook Beaner's just got a boulder in the face. It's not having the best of times. We've almost broken through the front line here. I think that's mostly because a lot of the Tomb King forces are now racing to try and retake their victory location. You can see there's a lot of units now marching their way up this hill. But we're already over halfway there. The Warhounds are keeping the Hex Wraith at bay while axes rain down on the little ghostly bonces. They do have a Tomb King who potentially looks like he's trying to break through the Centaur's charge. The guys with great weapons. We do have more skeletons trying to clamber their way up the different ramps, but it's just looking too little too late. They are not going to be fast enough, and they're certainly not going to be able to break through our defenses quickly enough to be able to stop us. It is a very sneaky way of winning, but you know, if your army is full of very fast-moving units, it's a pretty effective way, especially if you can like keep them busy at the front there, just like we have done. Look at that. I think we are but moments away from a cheesy victory. And these Tomb Guards, although they've got halbards, they're just not going to be able to break through the Centaurs quickly enough, or even retake the objective quickly enough to save themselves. Nope, there we go. They're all dead. Well, they're not going to defend their fucking flag. Whatever it is. I don't care. Ooh, 20k. 20 big ones. Holy shit. Lovely. That is going to buy some really potent party poppers. Or am I going to spend it in one lot? Oh no, I can build the bloody lair. Let's do that. Moo Hefner, you definitely need a... Nope, not a... Nope, yeah. Yeah, fire pit. You need a fire pit. So let's build that. I'm thinking a pit hovel as well. So let's go for a pit hovel. You are go for pit hovel. I don't think that Woodstock is going to survive, so should we knock down? I'm gonna knock down that building. I'd like it to survive. I just don't think it is. Let's upgrade that one because that's going to give us 10%. Is it worth knocking it down? How much money will I get from that? 1,200. I think it's highly dubious that I will be able to hold Woodstock. I mean, they might lay siege to it before I can knock it down. But if they do, never mind. You know, it was good while it lasted, but nothing lasts forever, does it? Right, must remember to put these guys in that army. I will forget. So we got Fury of the Herd. You know, you like your Centaurs, don't you? So, Minotaurs. That is... that does give bonus to Centaurs. This one is the charge bonus. So more speed, charge... Yeah, let's go for Leader of the Raucous Host. I mean, if that's not Boris Johnson... Well, he's not the leader anymore. Oh, I've just got an incompetent boob. Moo Hefner. Obviously, we're going to give you Minotaurs. And we're going to upgrade... why is that dropped down? It's weird. Normally it's like on 2 levels. Everything's like shifted. Oh, I guess it's based on the cost? Yes, it's based on the cost. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. I don't actually like that. Because what that does, it moves things around. And I guess you can now, like, you know, spend stuff on the less, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I see the thinking. I actually think having it based on, like, the tier level is probably the better, because that just then it stays static, so you know where everything is. Let's go Flock of Doom. Fralgor. Alright, let's see. I suspect they will try and attack. Oh, look at this. Look at Scarbrand actually doing shit. Good job, Scarbrand. Good fucking job. Did we... Okay, so they've... Oh no, they've only attacked with 1. Okay, that was a massive fucking mistake, wasn't it? Hey, guys? That was a massive fucking mistake. Gambler's Armor, Tomb Raider, so he's got the weird pixelated boobs, Spawn Wrangler, some more Chaos Spawn. Not that we're going to really use Chaos Spawn. And we might use them later. If we get Morga, we could go, you know, lots for Chaos Spawn. Big Chaos Spawn action. That would be good. Okay, what do we need? So we've hit almost everything. We need Vulture Mountain, Eye of the Panther, and Martek. However, they do have some armies we now bring around. Not good enough. Yeah, they're pretty much half dead. Was I going to put... We were going to put these in this... Right, so I was going to get rid of them, wasn't I? And I was going to get rid of them. We were going to put you in there. Do you... Now, what do you do again? So, that is for... Blessed-Igors, that is for Warhounds and Harpies, that is for Chariots, and that is just a general bonus. We could put some Chariots in here. We could make Boris Johnson's army just the fast boy army. Look at this. I've remembered where you've got beast paths. I just want everyone to appreciate that. Because so often, during any campaign where I have an army which has like an underway stance, I will completely forget it exists. But here, I'd like people to appreciate, just take a moment please, to appreciate the fact that I've remembered and I'm using it effectively. Yeah? Okay, cool. Just so I just want people to just recognise that fact. That's some big bony boys. Okay, we'll hold off there for a second. We can hit this one with Virus. That's a nice easy one. Then we can loot and raise, a little bit of extra cash. Some pocket money. Oh, I could bring Thyrus into help actually. Unless I want him to encamp. I kind of wanted to encamp. I think Malagor can deal with this by himself. Because we've got a little skill point there, don't we? Do I want to be blessed by evil? Sure. I guess giving you thick skins reduces the chance of you dying horribly. Gorge Tusks, obviously good, because that just gets increase your killing power. And do I want the replenishment? I kind of do. I don't necessarily need it, but it's a nice to have. Right, so we can hit Martek, and then next turn Moo Hefner and Boris Johnson can take out Vulture Mountain, and then we can throw the Resolve Festival. Holy shit, where am I going after that then? I think I might head north. We might go north. So obviously a Skaven must be here. Scarbrand seems to be doing okay for himself. It looks like Woodstock is about to be burned to the ground. But we do have a fair chunk of cash. So we are going to take out Martek with Malagor. Oh, Thoris is in range to reinforce. Oh, even better. I didn't think he was, to be honest, but he is. Okay, that's good. So we can kill these skeletons, torch this. I mean, Arkan is not going to be super happy about it, but who the fuck cares what he thinks? That, however, is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.